I'm Hokey Joker.
Batdrew.
Green Lantern.
And welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast. I'm going to start this. Hey everyone, welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast. As always, I'm Hokey Joker.
I'm the Black Theo Bond.
I'm Green Lantern.
Okay, guys, so 16 months ago, in December of 2022,
It's
you
been
saw
60 months
One
since you
week
looked at
since you
me.
looked at me.
since we brought you a video of James Gunn's vision for the new universe. Well, again, 16 months later, we're getting more snidbits of everyone's favorite Man of Steel, who stands for truth, justice, and the American way sometimes. So anyway,
I thought it was
guys,
about American cheese.
potentially too. Or what's the joke that someone always says?
Up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's Superman.
Why was someone so excited to see a bird in the air?
Because of drones. They could be a drone.
Guys,
Birds
we're
aren't
talking
real.
about the 1938 comics, but right now we're starting to get some more leaks of casting and things like that. What's your guys' take on it? Because I know we got some Outer Banks fans here.
What's that got to do with the price of beans?
I thought
Well, I
like, wasn't going to
I
cast.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, wasn't he
Is somebody
casting?
from
Yeah.
Is somebody from the Outer Banks going to be in Superman?
I don't know. I never watched Outer Banks. I thought they were talking about casting him. I don't know.
Who are you
Who's
talking
him?
about?
He's
Cast
got
him
playing
who?
Superman.
He wasn't in Outer Banks.
Whatever.
Don't get me excited. Thinking about Sarah and John B being in Superman.
I couldn't see him. Well, I could see Sarah as Supergirl, but I can't see him as Supes. Oh God, no. But they're gonna be like,
see JJ is like the Flash, maybe. Just
which
like
one
a
was JJ?
blonde-haired boy, but like a redneck
Which-
Flash.
Which blonde-haired redneck boy?
Not Topper.
Oh, okay. I didn't really
not-
watch the show. I just kind of was around when it was on.
He hooked up with Kiara at the end.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt your Outer Banks podcast that I inadvertently mentioned.
We'll save that for another day.
Gotcha. So I think some of the leaks are they came out with the Superman chest logo. I wasn't sure if you guys have seen that, but it's very reminiscent of Kingdom Come. Like it's more of like a slash than an S, but it's still got those little tildes in there. Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, I think they tried to I think they were trying to be inspired by that. I don't think that's actually going to be the symbol nor the storyline. I think they just wanted it to be something different that they could stand out and have for the new Supes. But I mean, it's all right.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
Yeah, because half the fun of a superhero movie is the suit. I mean, we've seen that with Blue Beetle was an awesome suit.
It was an awesome movie too.
You know what else is? Hey, so I guess by that standpoint, Steel starring Shaquille O'Neal was an excellent movie too.
Seal?
It was
Steel.
a good Steel was a good nostalgic movie. I'm not going to go as far as to say it was a good movie.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it.
So what are you guys thinking about the cast? Where you got David Cornersweat as Clark Kent himself?
Who?
David Cornersweat.
Are you saying his name right?
I'm reading off Google.
Tell Google
Cornersweat.
to pronounce it.
What?
Tell Google to pronounce that for you because I don't think you're doing it right.
Speechmodification.com presents how to pronounce Corin Sweat.
I did it correct.
Corin Sweat.
Who the hell is that?
Sweat. Corin Sweat.
Cornsweat.
Why is the corn wet?
Well, we
Corn's
had
wet. The corn's
irrigation
wet.
system best of you. Plucked up. So what do you think about?
Shucks.
What do we think about him? Does he have the look for you?
Sure. I'm not too worried about how I think they're going to perform or who's cast as what. I think more so like there is so many people in this movie already. There'll be obviously Superman, Supergirl. Guy Gardner is going to be there talking about the Lantern series. That actually is not canceled. It's just been modified. Who else is going to be there?
Still on?
The original
Red-
plan was Guy Gardner and Alan Scott, that has been scrapped, but I think they're revamping it as a series that's going to be more based around Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. You know, us. I mean, if Gunn isn't going to do that series anytime soon, Drew, you need to get us to just make that damn series.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Hal and John right here, and you got
Yeah, because I just read an article yesterday by Jeremy Dick on
What a
CBR, and he said the title of the article is James Gunn addresses DC's scrapped Green Lantern series. The
And then in
series
the
that was
story-
previously in the works at Max, he has reaffirmed that the version of the series that was set to star Finn Wittrock and Jeremy Irvin is no longer happening. But he then posted a cryptic tease. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's
with
weird.
other characters they're bringing in, like, so it feels like they're starting off like it's already existing. You got Hawk Girl, you're gonna have Guy Gardner, Supergirl, Metamorpho, Mr.
Mr.
Terrific.
Terrific.
Yeah, some guy named Otis.
That's
Um,
Lex's number one henchman. Don't you remember from the other movies?
I just remember Mercy Graves, and then there's
Oh,
Eve
mercy.
Testmacher. Don't know who
Who's
Eve
that?
Test.
Is that a
That's,
character or a person playing a character?
It's a character, and they also were on an episode of Arrow, I think.
I think it's one of another person that Lex works with, or
Yeah.
an assistant to Lex.
So who's playing Lex?
Lex is being played by Nicholas Holt.
All right,
You know,
flash a picture of him up on the screen. I don't know what he looks like.
You know, he played Beast in X-Men Days of Future Past and First Class.
Oh,
McAvoy or Stewart?
oh, that guy?
Yeah.
I hope he's bald.
He is bald. He's legitimately bald, not a Jesse Eisenberg.
Wait, he's bald in real life?
Oh no, he's already shaved down to.
Okay, good.
So yes, technically for the movie, he is bald in real life.
Cool. Cool.
It's definitely a lot younger cast, because I think when they did Man of Steel, it felt like Henry Cavill and Lois Lane were a lot older. So this feels like
Hey, calm down. They're about as old as you are right now, so they're not old. And that
I
movie
Henry
know.
came out.
Cavill, I feel like looked like he was 30 when he was 16, though. Like
Yeah,
he's got that jaw and he's got that jaw.
he's got that abs.
Got that jaw in him.
Got that mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there is some of these side characters that they're bringing in, like the Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, that people didn't really care about, other than maybe the Justice League animated show. What are some of the other characters like? Because you still got to get Batman, the Flash, Wonder Woman.
I think if they're doing a Superman movie, they need to make it a Superman movie. Like,
I'm not saying to add. I'm saying to branch off of this movie, like, because
You don't want to blow your load in the first round, so they're obviously introducing more characters first. And to me, I think this movie is going to be more of. It seems like Superman is kind of. And did you guys watch the Adventures of Superman on Max, the cartoon?
like the first 3 episodes.
oh
I think-
yeah,
I think this Superman is going to be like that, where he's kind of. I guess you could say he's
Foolish.
he's becoming more comfortable as a superhero, but I think the world that he goes into is already going to be a world full of superheroes, and I think he's going to be trying to fit into this somehow. At
Yeah,
least
so
that's what I'm thinking, because of all these characters and stuff. Like,
Well,
obviously, this is going to be I guess this is technically the first movie for the new Gunverse, so they've got to establish characters and how they can fit into other things and whatnot. So I think that's what they're trying to go for, even though they could just call this. Because I guess this would be the best way to establish Superman, the biggest character that DC is going to have besides Batman or Wonder Woman, without having to. Like, I guess this is the best way for them to introduce everyone else, because you can't just have a movie and have all these people in it and then, like, who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is that guy? Making
Yeah,
a movie about Superman that's going to drag the audience to see this movie, and then they're going to see these side characters, and then when they do other projects, they'll be like, "Oh, I remember that little girl from Superman's."
Yep. And one thing this is doing different than Zack Snyder's Man of Steel is, like, the whole universe on the Snyderverse was based off Superman. Like, yeah, Batman was already there, but Superman was the first big superhero. Like, the Flash wanted to be a hero because of Superman. I mean, yeah, Wonder Woman was there, but so now Superman is being entered into a already populated world of superheroes, superpowered. Not no offense to Batman or Robin's, whatever. He's just I'm looking at you, Badger, but he's going into an already powered world of superheroes. So that's a different direction from the Snyderverse.
I have one superpower. I never give up.
Look through Virginia Tech.
What?
On your hat, boy. Who's this? You were talking about the universe superpowers. He's going into a world where it's not so uncommon to be super powered.
Gotcha. And also, since we're talking about this gun verse, did you guys see the tease for their starting to shoot Peacemaker 2? Yeah. There's a photo right here of James Gunn taking a photo of the back of Peacemaker's helmet. So
they're just now starting to film it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically, Creature Commandos is supposed to be the first entry in the technical DCU, but I don't even know when the hell that's going to come out. I haven't heard anything about that. I guess if they finished, I'm not going to say shooting, but recording for that, the voices. So I don't know where that's going to go from here.
Is that a straight up animated feature?
That is going to be an animated feature or series, yes. But James has said that some of the characters from that show will end up in live action. I don't know how that's going to work though.
So it sort of reminds me of, remember in the Arrowverse, because there was Arrow obviously first, then the Flash, and then they brought in Vixen, and how Vixen had her own animated show on the CW where Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin came on the animated show in their animated counterparts, because Vixen did end up coming to the live action screen as well, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. So it could be something like that. But do you feel like that takes away from the genuine feeling or the experience of it? Because there is a little bit of a disconnect between animated and.
I think if you have the right actor or actress, no. Like with Vixen, I didn't see a disconnect. But with Stephen Amell voicing an animated version of Arrow, he didn't sell it as much to me as the live action Arrow did. And that's just some people just Stephen Amell's a great actor. I just don't think he portrayed the energy and the character in animated form. Then you take what was the guy's name? That did Constantine in the CW series.
Oh, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. He was so good at Constantine that they got him in multiple iterations, and then he voiced Constantine in the animated series or the animated movies, and he sounded perfect. And I saw it, and it was great. But it depends on the actor.
Like Fred Willard or Fred Willard for Shaggy, Scooby Doo.
Oh,
But you were saying there could be a disconnect between going from animated to straight to live action, which I don't think so. And also, if we switch from the DCU to the MCU, man, I tell you what, if X-Men 97 eventually becomes like that, moves to the live action somehow, I mean, obviously that's not going to be the MCU version, but like if they do a what if live action series, I'm so ready for it. And I think I think it could actually work in the MCU. Like somehow they just bring it in as an alternate universe, because I would definitely not, I would not feel disconnected from that, and I would enjoy the shit out of that. I forgot
But you
what
had
else
a
I was
long.
going to say.
So you,
That's what she said. I forgot what else I was going to say because I'm kind of getting old.
but do you feel like starting off a new universe with an animated movie? Do we even know where it's going to start? Is it going to be just on streaming? Is it a mini series? Is it?
It's going to
what
be on
movie are we
Max.
talking about?
Creature Commando still.
Oh,
I think it's going to be a series on Max. But I mean, one of the Creature Commandos is Weasel, and we've already seen him in Suicide Squad, which technically isn't part of the DCU, but I guess it is because it's part of James's universe.
But they're also doing the Suicide Squad or the Peacemaker 2. They're doing that. So is that a continuation? I feel like it would if you're
No,
calling
but
it.
that was one thing that he did say it survived. So I mean, I guess it's not out of the ballpark to say Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, that most of those characters are back too, because I mean, Peacemaker obviously is part of that. So
Well,
yeah.
well I did hear an interesting fan theory, which I think will be kind of great. You know how he like steps into that side pocket dimension where his dad was in his dad's house, where all the helmets were kept.
Yes.
What if he steps in there and the doorway he steps out of is this new universe and dimension, or
With all-
something like Crisis on Infinite Earths happens, and he's got one of his helmets on, and it like the sonic boom or like some shield protects him from it, and he's like warped into this new universe.
Bless you.
See, I think I messed with GL's brain so much he had to get that stupid thought out of his head.
Exactly. I think I
We
just
need
had
to
a
bless
stroke.
him better. I think he's possessed by a demon. We need to bless him better.
So there are still some things in the work, and the one thing I think that sucks the most is we're still 14 months away from the release date
Of
which is-
what?
Of Superman.
of Superman. Yeah, so we still got a long
Yeah.
way before this Gunverse hits theaters.
When's the Commando creature come out?
It's supposed to be sometime in 2024. That's this year, as we speak right now.
Yeah,
Please tell
But
me it's going to be
also-
the Washington football team just transformed into like creatures.
the Creature Commanders.
Yeah.
Hey,
Have-
we can
have you
AI
seen-
that.
Yeah, have
But
you
also,
seen
don't
their-
forget.
Have you seen their actual mascot for the Washington Commanders?
Yeah, it's right there.
It is a pig wearing a military helmet, like a army helmet. I told somebody, I was like, "Yeah, this is their mascot," and they just shook their head. They're like, "This is ridiculous."
That's not really their mascot though.
You want to bet?
Yep.
His name is Major Tuddy.
Magic
His
Johnson
name
would not let that.
Is
their
Robert
mascot.
Paulson.
That's not
Oh,
real.
Drew, that just looks like
That
you
is
at a tech
real.
game.
That is 100% real.
That's not real.
Also, sometime this year, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. The Penguin is supposed to be a Max series too, but that's not going to be connected to the DCU because Pattinson's Batman is different. It's an Elseworld story, I think.
But is it still linked to the Pattinson or the Battinson, Robert Pattinson?
Well, obviously,
Batman.
because they're bringing back Colin Farrell for this, so yeah, that's part of the Elseworld stories. But I don't know when that's going to come out either. It's like you said, it's been like 84 years since we've started talking about James Gunn taking over, and
Yeah.
16 months later, we're still waiting on stuff. I
Mhm.
mean,
It's about
Come on.
damn time he starts doing something, or else I'm losing faith in him.
And
or
we-
else
yeah, we
I'm
can't-
going to the MCU.